Good evening, hello and welcome. You're with the news today, your prime time destination. As you can see behind me, it's the magnificent building of the Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation, India's richest civic body, which has elected a new set of corporators and created what looks like a slice of history for Mumbai and Maharashtra. Our special coverage here, the big headline and the talking point. The BJP is set to dethrone the Thackerays in Mumbai. Devendra Fadnavis, the man of the moment. A saffron wave across Maharashtra. The BJP will get, in all possibility, its first mayor of Mumbai. Is Fadnavis now the undisputed big boss of Maharashtra? And what happens to brand Thackeray and brand Pawar? Are they on the wane or can they revive? Lots of questions to be asked. But first, as always, it's time for the 9 headlines at 9. The BJP creates a slice of history in Mumbai, crosses the halfway mark in the BMC elections with ally Shinde Sena. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis leads the celebration. The Thackray brothers failed to secure their bastion, even though Uddhav Thackeray does much better than cousin Raj. The saffron surge in Maharashtra sees the BJP-led Mahayuti alliance win 25 of the 29 municipal elections in the state. Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Shah thanked people of Maharashtra for trusting the NDA. Major embarrassment for the State Election Commission amidst political uproar. Maharashtra State Election Panel now bars the use of marker pens in the upcoming Zilla Parishad polls. This after India Today had exposed how the ink was being removed. Rahul Gandhi accuses EC of gaslighting citizens. Action now shifts to Bengal as Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches a scathing attack on TMC ahead of his rally in Malda. Says Bengal fed up of TMC, people set to reject them. Delhi's air deteriorates again. Central pollution body to reimpose GRAP 3 norms in NCR region, non-essential construction and demolition ban. Sanjay Kapoor's inheritance dispute takes yet another turn. Supreme Court issues notice to actor Karishma Kapoor on a plea filed by the late industrialist wife Priya Sachdev, seeking a copy of their divorce documents. There's a Rafale boost for the Defence Forces. Defence Board gives a nod to acquire 114 Rafale fighter jets. Sources say India and France aim to seal the deal during a proposed Modi-Macron meet in February. International Monetary Fund lauds India's growth, says strong consumption has pushed GDP figures better than expected. BJP now mocks Rahul Gandhi's dead economy giant. Days after Donald Trump's operation in Venezuela, country's opposition leader Maria Corina Machado presents her Nobel Peace Prize to Trump. Trump calls it a wonderful gesture. But tonight our focus is on what has been seen as the first big election test of 2026 in Maharashtra. And here are my big takeaways. Before we go into our discussion, let me bring you the big picture, how I see it. There is a saffron surge across Maharashtra. The BJP has emerged as the party number 1 in India's second most populous state. Remember, Maharashtra has 48 Lok Sabha MPs. It's now a triple engine. The BJP is in power at the center, in the Mantralaya in Mumbai, and also now in most local bodies, including the BMC. And that's a big shift. A tectonic shift in Maharashtra. Number 2, Devendra Fadnavis, 55-year-old Chief Minister, is a big winner. And now he's in the front line of the BJP's Gen Next. Often the question is asked, after Modi, who? Would it be Mr. Fadnavis after he drove the BJP's big victory in Maharashtra? Takeaway number 3, Uddhav Thackeray retains the core Marathi vote in Mumbai, but the Raj Thackeray effect has pulled brand Thackeray down. So the brand Thackeray has not been able to expand, which is why after 30 years in power in the BMC, the The fact is that Thackerays will not be in power in the civic body of Mumbai, and that is a huge setback to brand Thackeray. Takeaway number 4, and this is a big one. The Pawars, the other big family of Maharashtra, has been routed in their western Maharashtra bastion, as the BJP allies across the board have taken a bit of a hit. So you've seen the BJP is strong, but its allies, whether it's NCP, Ajit Pawar, and even Eknath Shinde, has not done as well as expected in Mumbai. The Congress reduced yet again to a marginal player in a state it once dominated. Remember, the Congress was seen as the numero uno party of Maharashtra for almost 5 decades, right up to 2014. Now, in the last 10 years, we are seeing the gradual decline of the Congress, and it has been accentuated in a way in this election. A few victories here and there, like in Latur, but not enough across Maharashtra. My next takeaway, a big one, AIMIM, Asaduddin Owaisi's party, has won over 100 seats across Maharashtra and therefore could well emerge as a preferred choice in many Muslim-dominated areas. And that has, in a way, led to a fragmentation of the Muslim vote as well. In fact, that's my 7th takeaway. A fragmented opposition, a badly divided opposition gives the BJP a big advantage. We are seeing in states where the index of opposition unity is low, it is advantage BJP. The India Alliance, which had come together in the Lok Sabha, has now clearly fragmented and given the BJP a huge advantage. Hindutva plus Vikas plus a fragmented opposition has meant BJP emerging as Maharashtra's party number 1. Let me go to my first guest then. Milind Deora is joining me. He's a leader of the Shiv Sena. Eknath Shinde was once, of course, a Congress MP. Knows Mumbai very well. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Deora. You saw my 7 takeaways. It appears the BJP has emerged as the party number 1, and all of you, all the allies now have to latch on to the BJP in a way, including Mr. Shinde's party. You haven't done as well in Mumbai as you might have expected.
Well, firstly, Rajdeep, I'm very excited for the alliance because I think that in a state like Maharashtra, which is India's economic growth engine, in the fact that Maharashtra is the 2nd largest state in the country, and the fact that there has been a massive push to increase and augment infrastructure, economic growth, industrialization in the state, especially in the MMR region, the Mumbai metropolitan region, in the last few years by the central government and the state government. The Mahayuti winning municipalities and municipal corporations is very, very critical. The fact that the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, yes, I do accept that my party hasn't done as well as the BJP, but that's fine. We're part of the same alliance. The fact that the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, which is the richest civic body in Asia, one of the least accountable civic bodies, one of the most corrupt civic bodies in Asia, has finally got rid of a party, a family that has run the corporation for the last 30 years, and that it will be able to coordinate its activities, its growth, its infrastructure, its development with the state government and with the central government, I think is a huge boon for the people of Mumbai and for the people of Maharashtra. So that said, the fact that BJP is the largest party, we accept that. The fact that we are a significant player in that coalition, that's a reality as well in a city like Mumbai.
Are you a significant player? No, are you a significant player? The sense I get is the BJP is gradually expanding, and the Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde, or the Shiv Sena and Ajit Pawar's NCP are both now clutching at straws. Devendra Fadnavis is the man of the moment, not Eknath Shinde, not Ajit Pawar. You are now completely dependent on the BJP.
Firstly, please don't make it sound like it's a different thing. I think Mr. Shinde and Mr. Devendra Fadnavis enjoy a very close personal relationship, a very close working equation. Mr. Shinde enjoys a very close relationship with the leadership in New Delhi. So there's no difference. It's not that it's something that if they gain, it's not a zero-sum game if the gains to one party are set off against losses to another. We have, for example, our strengths in certain areas. We as a party are strong in many parts of MMR. We are strong in Thane. We are strong in Kalyan, Dombivli. But we work as a team. And in Mumbai, certainly BJP has been established for a much longer time. We are
No, but
relatively speaking,
Mr.
a
Deora,
newer party in Mumbai.
it appears that the Marathi Manus, the Maharashtrian vote has gone with Uddhav Thackeray. If I look at the numbers of Mumbai, and I'll put them on the screen, the fact is in direct contest between Shiv Sena UBT and Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde, the UBT has won. So there is a sense, at least in Mumbai, Mr. Thackray still retains a hold over the Marathi Manus, and Eknath Shinde is still seen as a leader of Thane and the suburbs.
Let me answer that. Firstly, the fact is that Uddhav Thackeray's base today, if you look at the municipal corporation elections, if you look at the elections that happened preceding this, the local body elections, the Zilla Parishad, Nagar Parishad elections, Uddhav Thackeray's base is no longer an MMR base. It's really limited to Mumbai. So in that sense, I accept that they are strong in Mumbai. There are many areas where they're strong. I can give you my own example of South Mumbai. In Worli, for example, Aditya Thackeray, the only member of the Thackeray family who's a legislator, he's a member of the state assembly from Worli. In a place like Worli, to get him elected, 2 people were made MLCs. So just in Worli, there are 3 MLAs from UBT. Plus they have a Lok Sabha MP. Plus they have 3 former mayors. So I don't deny that UBT's concentration of power is in Mumbai. But does that mean that a party like ours, which is a relatively new party, it still is operating like a startup? In its first municipal corporation in Mumbai, that we've reached over 20 seats, almost 30 seats. In my opinion, that plus the fact that we have a sizable vote share, Rajdeep, and that vote share helped Mahayuti keep the Thackerays out of power in Mumbai Municipal Corporation, obviously demonstrates that we have a presence and we need to strengthen that presence.
You don't foresee a situation where the BJP in the near future will say, we don't need any of you. We are now a party on a roll. We don't need the Shiv Sena, Shinde. We don't need NCP, Ajit Pawar. We are on a roll. That's happened in other states. The BJP has swallowed other smaller regional parties over the years. I can't comment on what they'll say
for other coalition partners, but I can tell you that as far as this alliance goes, this alliance is very strong. This alliance is an alliance where both parties realize that each party brings a lot of value, a different flavor, unique ingredients to this mix, and that both parties must go into elections together. Even though we have a much smaller presence than BJP in Mumbai, I don't deny that, we have a very integral role to play in ensuring that the Mahayuti wins in Mumbai. And that's essentially how we won this.
Can I ask you in conclusion, your old party, the Congress, a party you were once part of for several years, you were MP from there. The Congress has diminished in Mumbai and indeed across Maharashtra. Are you surprised? Because in 2024 Lok Sabha, the Congress did very well. In fact, the entire Vikas Aghadi, the opposition, did very well. Are you surprised with what has happened?
I think the Congress, my only point on the Congress is I'm not surprised that the party hasn't done well and the party is moving towards irrelevance in Maharashtra. I think the Congress made a fatal error when it aligned with Uddhav Thackeray in 2019. The Congress didn't learn from its mistakes in several states. When the Congress aligned with Aam Aadmi Party in New Delhi, the Congress became a third player. The battle became BJP versus Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. When the same thing happened in West Bengal, the same thing happened in Andhra Pradesh, the same thing happened in Kashmir, the same thing has happened in Uttar Pradesh. In Tamil Nadu, for 55 or 60 years, the Congress party has failed to revive. And the Congress essentially gave the anti-BJP plank on a platter to Uddhav Thackeray. So for the Congress now is really surviving and struggling. Its real competition is no longer BJP or the party I belong to today. Congress's real competition in a city like Mumbai, Rajdeep, is to some extent Uddhav Thackeray, to some extent AIMIM and Samajwadi Party. So really their competition is now Asaduddin Owaisi, Abu Azim. That's the space that they're fighting for.
But we've seen in Maharashtra soap opera over the last few years. Parties breaking, Shiv Sena breaking, NCP breaking, the BJP emerging stronger, but the regional parties breaking up, the Congress diminished. Do you believe Maharashtra is also now heading to a one-party dominant state? And is this a state of Hindutva politics that we are seeing the BJP talks of Vikas, but also talks of Hindutva, that Mumbai will never have a Khan as a mayor. Do you believe that Maharashtra now will see a stable one-party dominant BJP?
I don't think that any party, any state in our country will become a one-party state. We're not China. We don't have a one-party system. There will always be a vacuum. There will always be space for an opposition. In Maharashtra, for instance, I can give you an example. Yes, there are many parties, but I think this is the final election that has settled Maharashtra's politics. The fact is that the opposition in Maharashtra completely collapsed. Like you said, the Congress completely collapsed in Maharashtra. The NCP SP, for various reasons, collapsed in Maharashtra. UBT, barring Mumbai, completely collapsed in Maharashtra. So it's but natural that the ruling alliance, which is made up of three major parties, in many cases fought separately also, because someone has to fill that vacuum. And in many cases, we had friendly fights. And in many cases, the members of the alliance have become opposition members, have become the opposition in some municipal corporations.
The only ism in Maharashtra, Mr. Deora, is opportunism. The only ism in Maharashtra is opportunism. There are no permanent friends or enemies in Maharashtra. Let's be very clear. There are only permanent interests.
No, we are very different from your profession, Rajdeep, in that sense. The point I would make is that in Maharashtra, the election has now settled the fact that there were 6 or 7 political parties. Those 6 or 7 political parties, now it's very clear who has a dominance where. But when you're in a state where you have so many political parties and you have a complete collapse of the opposition, it's but natural for people who can be in an alliance, but can also compete against one another in different municipal corporations or in different municipal councils. I don't see anything wrong with that. To answer your earlier question that, is it a dominant one party that's dominant? I can tell you that even though the Shiv Sena and the BJP and the NCP fought against each other in several municipal corporations, allow me to make this point. As far as the state government goes, as far as the central government goes, the NDA, the Mahayuti is very strong. The NDA, the Mahayuti will work together. If an opportunity arises where the Mahayuti partners can come together to form the municipality in a particular area, I'm sure that will happen. Because ultimately, please understand, the fact is that if you just look at an example of a city like Mumbai, the people of this city are seeing unparalleled development happening in the last few years. Whether you're a motorist who drives by car and you're driving on the coastal road, whether you're someone who uses public transportation and you're using the metro, whether you're someone who needs affordable housing and your chawl is being redeveloped, whether you're someone living in a skyscraper. And for the first time, I think that there is a narrative which countered, by the way, the narrative of two brothers who tried to make an emotional pitch to the voters. And the usual pitch, and you've been following Maharashtra politics for a long time, that Mumbai is going to be separated from Maharashtra. For the first time, the voters of Mumbai, for the first time, the voters of Maharashtra have understood the importance of voting for Mahayuti at a local level. Because if Mahayuti is in power at local level, if Mahayuti is in power at a state level, and if Mahayuti is in power at a central level, the alliance can deliver for the people of that municipality.
Well, I hope you will deliver. On that note, I hope you will deliver. That
we have already delivered and we will continue to deliver.
I will take you to potholed roads. I will take you through overflowing drains. I hope that the Mithi River will be desilted. There are lots of issues. Let's not pretend that all in Mumbai is a life of milk and honey, Mr. Deora.
I commend you for holding Aditya Thackeray to account. I commend you for asking him the fundamental question that while he was talking about roads, you asked him the fundamental question, which by the way is viral across social media as well, that your party was in power for the last 25 or 30 years. So yes, it will take time to unravel what has happened in 30 years in the Mumbai Municipal Corporation. But I'm confident that just as things are happening through the state government, which are positive for the city of Mumbai, we will see a more accountable Mumbai Municipal Corporation, and we owe it to the people to do that.
We will wait and see whether that happens. Milind Deora, for joining me here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay. Milind Deora there. But the fact is, it's the BJP all the way. The party set to dethrone the Thackerays in Mumbai and indeed win across Maharashtra, Pune and several parts of the state. Man of the moment, Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. Take a look at his journey from a young councillor to now the Chief Minister. Here's a report.
भारत माता की, भारत माता की, छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की, धर्मवीर छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज की जय भवानी.
As BJP scripts a win in Maharashtra's civic body polls, Devendra Fadnavis has emerged as not just a man of the match but also the man of the series. Right after the setback suffered in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Fadnavis has led the Mahayuti to emphatic wins in the assembly polls and now in the local bodies, a comeback within just 6 months. Fadnavis has perfected a winning formula, a mix of Hindutva and Vikas, bringing all castes under one umbrella, overcoming the Maratha card of the Pawars and the Marathi Manos card played by the Thackerays.
आणि या हिंदुत्ववादाच्या माध्यमातनं खऱ्या अर्थानं हिंदुत्व आणि विकास यांना वेगळं करता येणार नाही. आणि म्हणून मला असं वाटतं की आज हा जो काही आमचा आत्मा आहे या आत्म्यानेच आम्हाला जनसामान्यांपर्यंत पोहोचवलेला आहे. शिवाजी के हम हैं वंशज, मन में निर्णय कर लेंगे, इतनी बात समझ लेंगे भाई, बट जाएंगे तो कट जाएंगे, कट जाएंगे.
The result we saw on Friday, the Mahayuti led by Fadnavis, its lead campaign phase, pushed out the Thackerays in the BMC after nearly 3 decades in a fierce battle for control of India's richest civic body. While the Thackerays stuck to the 1960s identity politics revolving around son of the soil, Fadnavis seemed to have read the pitch better.
25 वर्ष या महानगरपालिकेमध्ये खुर्च्या तोडण्याचं काम तुम्ही केलं आणि तरी जर माझा मराठी माणूस या ठिकाणी अडचणीत असेल, अरे चुल्लू भर पानी में डूब मरो, कहा वोट मांगने के लिए यहां आते हो. आणि मराठी माणसाला काय द्यायचं, नोकऱ्या तर सोडाच, शिव वडापावची गाडी त्या ठिकाणी द्यायची. वडापावच्या व्यतिरिक्त मराठी माणसाकरता तुम्ही स्वप्न पाहिलं नाही. आणि आज
making the speech in Marathi at the Mahayuti rally this week, Fadnavis broke into Hindi at times, equally at ease in both.
जिसे निभा न सकूं ऐसा वादा नहीं करता, जिसे निभा न सकूं ऐसा वादा नहीं करता, मैं अपनी बातें औकात से ज्यादा नहीं करता, भले ही तमन्ना रखता हूं आसमान छू लेने की, लेकिन औरों को गिराने का इरादा नहीं रखता. मुंबईचा महापौर महायुतीचाच होणार, मुंबईचा महापौर हिंदूच होणार आणि मुंबईचा महापौर मराठीच होणार.
Fadnavis did not just do the heavy lifting, he was ready to grind it out. He crisscrossed the state holding 37 rallies. Now compare this with the number of rallies by Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray, just 3, all joint meetings. Nearly 3 years ago, Fadnavis appeared to be out in the cold, forced to play second fiddle to Eknath Shinde. But he played the waiting game. Now he has firmly established himself as the big boss of Maharashtra, the second largest state of India in terms of Lok Sabha seats. Bureau Report, India Today.
And today was also a bad day in the office for the Pawars, because remember, not just the Thackerays who've lost their bastion in Pune, lost their bastion in Mumbai, in Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad, the Pawars who once dominated Western Maharashtra have also lost out to the BJP. It almost seems as if family names are no longer guarantee of votes, and political relevance now demands more than just family reunions. Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar had contested together in Pune, but that NCP alliance just did not quite work in the end. Earlier, I spoke to the Union Minister and the Pune MP Murlidhar Mohal of the BJP, asked him what was their role in breaking the Pawar bastion in Pune. Listen in. कहा जाता है आपके सबसे बड़े प्रतिद्वंदी अजीत पवार थे, आपने तो उनको किनारे कर दिया. BJP has dominated Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad. Congratulations.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू। ये पुणे की जनता ने जो फैसला किया है, पूरा समर्थन हमें दिया है दोनों सिटीज़ में, पुणे हो या पीसीएमसी हो, दोनों जगह पे उन्होंने हमें समर्थन दिया है और जो विश्वास व्यक्त किया है, मुझे लगता है कि ये पुणे वासियों की जीत है। उनको जो उन्होंने जो समर्थन दिया है उसके लिए मैं उनका आभार भी व्यक्त करना चाहूँगा और काम करने वाले लोगों को उन्होंने चुन कर दिया है।
नहीं, आप कह रहे हैं काम करने वालों को, पर ये सोचिए ना, अजीत पवार उप मुख्यमंत्री है, अजीत पवार बैठते हैं देवेंद्र फडणवीस के साथ महाराष्ट्र के कैबिनेट में और आप उनका विरोध करते हैं पुणे में। वो कहते हैं आप भ्रष्ट हैं, वो आप पर आरोप लगाते हैं, आप उन पर। ये कैसी राजनीति थी? क्या अजीत पवार आपके दुश्मन है या दोस्त या सहयोगी?
क्या है कि ये राज्य के सभी नेतृत्व में ये तय हुआ था कि लोकल बॉडीज की इलेक्शन जो है वो अलग अलग लड़ेंगे। उसमें नगर पालिका, नगर पंचायत की इलेक्शन भी हो गई। उसी समय ये फैसला हुआ था कि लोकल बॉडीज की इलेक्शन अलग अलग लड़ेंगे, इसलिए हमने अलग लड़ी है। लेकिन शिवसेना के साथ हमने बहुत जगह पे हमारी अलायंस हुई है। पुणे में हमने प्रयास किया था कि शिवसेना के साथ हम एक साथ लड़ेंगे, लेकिन वो भी आखिरी समय नहीं हो पाया। लेकिन पुणे में मुझे लगता है कि अगर अलग अलग लड़ने का फैसला किया है तो आखिर में ये चुनाव है, यानी कि युद्ध है।
अजीत पवार आपके,
तो होता रहता है।
नहीं मोहल जी, अजीत पवार आपके प्रतिद्वंदी है, दुश्मन है, दोस्त है, सहयोगी है, क्या है? आपने आज उन्हीं को टक्कर देके उनको हराया है।
वो राज्य में हमारे सहयोगी है और लोकल बॉडीज इलेक्शन में पुणे में हमारे प्रतिद्वंदी है।
So one of the many incongruities of Maharashtra politics, Ajit Pawar, Deputy Chief Minister, was fighting against the BJP in Pune and lost out. Avinash Adik, senior NCP Ajit Pawar leader, joins us. Mr. Adik, please explain this. Do you concede, first of all, that the Pawar reunion, like the Thackray reunion, has not worked? Maharashtra is moving beyond just pure family reunion politics.
Rajdeep, good evening. To start with, I think, this coming together of the two Pawars, it took too long. So supposedly, the effects that it should have had did not turn out the way we anticipated.
No, you're
Maybe
saying
if
they should have
come in
arrived together? You're saying that the Pawar should have come together earlier?
For the Pune and the Pimpri Chinchwad elections, especially, this debate was going on for quite some time. The workers from both parties were wanting them to come together. It was under pressure from the workers from both sides, but finally a decision was made. But had it been made a little earlier, maybe we would have had better results. Because
No, but do you believe that with the BJP now emerging as the dominant force, will the Pawars now come closer together just for survival now? That this happened in Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad. Can we expect now the family to come together and maybe even join hands with the NDA? What happens next to the Pawars? Mr. Sharad Pawar is 85. Ajit Pawar has taken a hit in this election. What happens next?
I think that's for the two of them to sit together and decide. Because ultimately, Pawar Sahib is adding up on age, you know it. He's 85. He was not really very active in these elections because somebody of his stature doesn't need to even come down to canvass for these elections. But Supriya was there, and so were some other leaders from his party. But the fact is also that they don't have too many leaders with them who could have come out and made an impact in Pimpri Chinchwad or Pune. It was largely left to Ajit Dada. And I think we as a unit, we as an organization, as a party, we failed to live up to his expectations. The amount of work he puts in.
Do you concede you all need to reinvent? Do you concede you all are playing transactional politics? You tie up with the BJP for power in Mantralay. You then tie up for the Lok Sabha election, but local body you want to retain your fortresses. Voters are seeing through it. You cannot continuously play this transactional opportunistic politics only for power.
This is true for the BJP as well. You see, the BJP also tied up with us for the Lok Sabha. The BJP tied up with us for the Vidhan Sabha. But when it came to the local self-body elections, it was very openly discussed. It was all there out there that we should try and fight together.
But what is your ideology? What is the ideology of the Pawars now? What is your ideology? Are you anti-BJP? What are you all? One day you are with the BJP, next day you are fighting them, calling them corrupt.
No. we, the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, or the original NCP as we like to call ourselves, we are aligned with the NDA. We are not anti-BJP
Okay.
at all. The question is of the ideology.
Okay.
We are not
Okay,
extremely
I'm going to
right-wing.
leave it there. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Mr. Adik. We'll wait and see how you all recover from this setback, because I'm now joined by another guest. He's the Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly. Senior BJP leader Rahul Narwekar joins us. Mr. Narvekar, congratulations. I can see the gulal on you. You have reason to celebrate. Your brother has won. He's become a corporator. Your sister-in-law has also won. There seems to be a Narvekar Parivar in Kolaba. You all accuse the Congress of a Parivar. Now there is a Narvekar Parivar in Mumbai. Three of you now are in politics in different positions.
Sorry, Rajdeep, you weren't audible, but I would like to take the opportunity to thank the voters of Mumbai for entrusting the BMC with the Bharatiya Janata Party alliance. And this is a vote for development. This is a vote for progress. This is a vote for the betterment of Mumbai. They have seen the deliverables. They have seen the Atal Setu that has made life much easier for Mumbaikars. They've seen the new international airport. They have seen the metro network. They have seen the coastal road, and there is a lot of aspiration in Mumbai. Society is an aspirational society, and will certainly BJP will stand to fulfill the aspirations and the desires of Mumbaikars in the days to come by giving them clean
How do you respond,
administration.
Mr. Narvekar, to the opposition saying that this is all about money, power, institution power? You are also accused of by your rivals of coercing them to withdraw from the race against your sister-in-law. There's a sense, according to the opposition today, they are saying vote chori is taking place. Election Commission was hand in glove with the BJP. There was coercion at the local level. How do you respond to that? The fact that assets of corporators have grown manifold. What's your response to money power and state power misuse that the opposition is making against you?
Rajdeep, I don't pay much heed to what these allegations of these allegations of the opposition, for the simple reason that when the UPA or when the Congress wins seats in Parliament, they have nothing of the sorts to say. But when they lose seats in civic elections or in assembly elections, they blame it on the Election Commission. It's unfortunate that a constitutional body is being aspersions are being cast on a constitutional body, and these are only foul cries of a losing entity. I mean, they could see their defeat clearly writing on the wall. They knew that they have nothing to offer. They had no issue to fight this election, and therefore the only reason they had was to blame all leaders in the opposite, in the ruling party, and to blame the Election Commission. That's all they've been doing right from day one till today.
But you don't agree that you had a huge resource advantage? You don't agree that you had 10 times the resources that the other side had?
Rajdeep, I'll give you my own example. The day nominations were filed, there were series of allegations made against me with regards to breach of election code of conduct, allegations of threatening candidates, etc., etc. The High Court as well as the Election Commission both have rubbished these allegations. The High Court has dismissed the writ petition filed by the opposition by stating that there was no foul play, there was no unfair play, and the rules have been followed to the T, and the RO was right in rejecting the nomination papers. Even the Election Commission has clearly stated that there is no evidence found to state that the Speaker of the State Assembly has in any manner interfered with the election process or has committed breach of any code of conduct. And therefore, these are only fake narratives which are being said, only to perhaps give an explanation to their humiliating defeat.
Right. You know, you have been in, if I may say so, you were Shiv Sena, NCP, now with BJP. Tell us the big difference between the three parties. Now BJP has emerged as the party number one of Maharashtra. What's the big difference between these three parties?
Needless to state, this is certainly a party with a difference. This is a party that believes in delivering. This is a party that has taken the country ahead, the city ahead, the state ahead. The city of Mumbai has seen unprecedented development under the leadership of Mr. Devendra Fadnavis ji. One couldn't have imagined reaching from Bandra to Marine Drive in just about 20 minutes. Could you have imagined going across from Worli to Navi Mumbai in about 18 minutes? This is all possible
No,
because
but
of
if
the
you've done all
leadership
that, I
that
don't
Bharatiya
deny.
Janata Party has to
No,
offer.
I don't deny that you've done much for infrastructure, but then why do you need to do freebie politics? Why do you need to say? Why do you need to do dog whistling on, let's say, communal issues? If we come to power, no Khan will become the mayor. If you have done so much for development, focus on that. Why do you then need to promise all kinds of freebies, property tax waivers, water bill waivers, 1,500 rupees to women, free bus rides? Why do you need to do all that then?
I'm sorry, you're not audible, but I'm just going to answer whatever I could understand of that question. So all I'm trying to say is, I couldn't hear you. The network is really bad, but I'm going to answer what I made out of the question. So what I understand is the infrastructure with regards to water, maybe with regards to road, with regards to many issues, civic issues that are still pending. Let me tell you that the BMC today caters to about almost 2 crore people, whereas the infrastructure is sufficient for about 90 lakh odd people. But we are building new reservoirs. The UD has also stepped in.
So why do you
more than
need, sir,
600
if you are
kilometers.
doing, sir, if you are focused, then focus only on governance. Then why play Hindutva politics? Why get into any of these dog whistles that we won't allow a Khan to become mayor? Don't get into any of this. Just focus then on governance for the next 5 years. The general impression is corporators line up their pockets. Their assets grow. The public does not benefit. You have to change all that. The impression of corporators is not a very positive one.
No, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this perception is being created. It's not every case that every time the assets of an individual corporator grow, they grow because he's in office. They also grow because the economy grows. Now, if a person has invested in real estate, say 5 years back, and there has been a boost in the infrastructure in that place, naturally the prices have gone up tenfold. So your assets are bound to appreciate. And every rupee can be explained, every investment can be explained. And needless to state, most of the I believe the corporators which are elected on BJP tickets have absolutely clean, crystal clear accounts and returns filed.
Mr. Narvekar, we will leave it there. We will look and hold you now accountable. Whatever happens in Mumbai now, the BJP is accountable. Earlier, you could pass the buck to other parties. Now the ball is squarely in your court. You will have to deliver. The people have given you the mandate. And I wish you all the best. I can see that you've got Gulal all over. So thank you very much amidst the celebrations for joining me on the show today. The Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly and BJP leader, 3 members of his family are now also within in politics. Okay, let's raise big questions now to widen this debate. You're seeing my takeaways on the below the screen, and I'm going to take them to people who've tracked Maharashtra's politics for years. Fadnavis, is he the undisputed big boss of Maharashtra? Is Hindutva plus Vikas now the winning formula? Brand Thackeray, brand Pawar on the wane? Has the Congress, or will the Congress learn its lessons from this rout? Joining me now is my colleague and someone who knows Mumbai and Maharashtra better than anyone else, Aaj Tak's managing editor, Sahil Joshi. Yashwant Deshmukh, founder, C-Voter. He was clever enough not to do put numbers there because many pollsters have had a bad day in office. They predicted a major win for the BJP in Mumbai. BJP going over halfway mark, but not 2/3. Girish Kuber, editor of Lok Satta, Maharashtra's leading newspaper, also joining us. Thank you all very much for joining us. And I want first comments from you all. Girish, your biggest takeaway. If I was to say, when you look at the big picture, what's the biggest takeaway for you?
Two things. First is rise of voter base for the Oasis party, number one. Obviously, it's indirectly proportionate to Congress's loss. And number two, how BJP finishes or gulps down or weakens its allies and then looks at or takes the challenge from the opposition. So it's happening again and again and again in state after state after state. So now here BJP, it just we can say scrape through, but the biggest losers along with Thackerays are Eknath Shinde and Ajit Dada Pawar. I was listening to Milind. I mean, he said ours is a startup. Actually, this is he is contradicting his own boss. Eknath Shinde says his is the original party. I mean, they have been ruling Mumbai for last 25 years, and now he says we are a startup. So the real loser, big time loser, is Ajit Dada and Eknath Shinde. They are paying the price what Uddhav Thackeray paid in 2019, being associated with the BJP in a very opportunistic way. And now, as we look ahead in MMR region, except Thane, there is nothing for Eknath Shinde to celebrate. And for Ajit Dada, it's even poor. He has nothing to celebrate. So,
Very interesting your takeaway. You're saying that the BJP's allies are the ones today who will have sleepless nights. But Yashwant Deshmukh, when I look at the numbers, the BJP has done very well across Maharashtra. In Mumbai, on the other hand, the Eknath Shinde faction seems to have pulled down, or the Shiv Sena has pulled down the BJP, and Raj Thackeray has pulled down Uddhav Thackeray. Are you surprised with that? Do you believe that what happened in the end was, had there been a more united opposition, do you believe that Mumbai could have seen an even closer race, which at the moment the BJP has scraped through in? You're on mute. You're on mute, Yashwant.
Sorry, Rajdeep.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said unlikely. It mathematically it looks like that if they would have been together, then the number. But the thing is that you see, if they would have been together, then the only equation that might have changed would have been Muslim seats going to the alliance, the umbrella alliance. That wouldn't have changed the total number of seats, Rajdeep. In fact, it might have probably counterpolarized Hindutva vote further towards the BJP. So my theory is a bit different. First of all, my big takeaways is the arrival of Devendra Fadnavis as the key person or the Marathi leader that is conclusive, because I don't see this election saying arrival of BJP. BJP arrived 11 years back when they became the single largest party in 2015 assembly election. And since then, they have been in vote and at seats, they have been the single largest party all along. Having said that,
What is your biggest takeaway? What is your biggest takeaway?
I think this was long overdue. BJP's winning in Mumbai was long overdue. This has happened today, number one. Number two, I still don't believe that Uddhav Thackeray is like done and dusted and, no more future for the Uddhav Thackeray, because I genuinely believe that after 25 long years being in power, a routine incumbency like an assembly election or any other election would have done. In fact, 25 years long period, if Mumbai would have been a state, probably it would have been compared by none other but BJP's grip in Gujarat or maybe Biju Janata Dal's grip in Odisha. It would have been compared with that. But when that is a long time, anti-incumbency sets in. The very fact that Uddhav Thackeray remains the key opposition pole in Mumbai is something which he should be taking solace in, and that's where his politics will always remain rooted.
So you're saying BJP's time in a way has come. Uddhav Thackeray has become a principal pole of the opposition. Devendra Fadnavis is speaking at the moment, Sahil Joshi in Nagpur, and that's a good time to come to you to ask the Fadnavis factor. Do you see Devendra Fadnavis now emerging as this dominant leader? Girish Kuber says BJP's allies have taken a hit. Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde have both taken a hit, one in Mumbai, one in Pune. As a result, is Devendra Fadnavis now the undisputed leader of Maharashtra?
Well, at this point of time, yes. And Devendra Fadnavis has all the might of the BJP. It's cadre. At the same time, RSS along with him. And that is how he is building his party here. At the same time, I agree with what Girish Kuber was mentioning, because the Pune results are quite glaring open. The way BJP has dominated Pune Municipal Corporation elections. But at the same time, BJP has managed to reach to the level of Eknath Shinde in Kalyan Dombivli, which is also another bastion of Eknath Shinde, despite contesting 12 seats lesser than Eknath Shinde. In Thane also they have done much better. In Mumbai, in fact, the BJP had just managed to win 4 more seats than what they had won in 2017, despite fighting alone. This time they were having an alliance with the Eknath Shinde. So more importantly, what I can see right now is that Devendra Fadnavis is undisputed leader.
I need a song at the end.
He's not only deciding what the BJP is going to do, but at the same time, he's also his strategies are also kind of forcing opposition parties to decide whether to come together, whether to go against each other. And that is what exactly what I can see at this point.
So you're saying that Devendra Fadnavis, has he positioned himself, Sahil, as a Hindutva hero, as a Vikas Purush? Is he trying to develop a Maharashtra model like Narendra Modi tried when he was Gujarat Chief Minister and then use that to become a front-ranking leader at the center? Do you see that? You've tracked Fadnavis closely. Is he going to use this moment to propel himself on the national stage, or is he content with being in Maharashtra for now?
Well, when he started in politics, and he was never known as somebody who has a Hindutva background. I mean, he of course comes from the BJP and RSS. He had a RSS background. His father was MLC from Nagpur and hardcore RSS pracharak. Right. So obviously he had that background, but his own image was never like a pracharak or somebody who used to talk some rabble-rousing speeches, Hindutva speeches in Maharashtra Assembly. He was more known for speaking on policies, on corruption against the government, making a point very accurately, and
right.
That was his image. In 2014, when he came to power, again his image came as somebody who is young, 43 years old, understands the infrastructure needs of a city like Mumbai, pushing for the metro project and all that stuff. Today, when he came to BJP office and he made the speech in front of his BJP workers, he made a very interesting point. He started his speech saying that, nothing else works. Just talk about the development and go on that agenda, and that this is the victory for the development. But in the end, he added one thing, that Hindutva is our pran. And that is how, we can identify ourselves. So basically, he's trying to club this Hindutva with the development agenda. Because he knows.
Very interesting. Because if that is the case, Girish Kuber, there's a bit of the Narendra Modi model. You see, he also is quite ruthless. Devendra Fadnavis knows also how to deal with his political opponents. He hasn't forgiven them for that 1 week long experiment that went wrong. Do you get a sense that this election, if Devendra Fadnavis over the next 4 years is able to build himself in Maharashtra, he gets a platform to move to Delhi as a Gen Next leader of the BJP?
Yes, very much, very much. But he has learned his lesson. In 2019, there was a slogan, Devendra after Narendra. Narendra ke baad Devendra, and some of his acolytes, they raised these slogans, and Devendra paid the heavy price, And if you remember, Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra went to poll simultaneously, but BJP leadership, Amit Shah, personally handle issues there, and he left Maharashtra completely unattended, and that's how Shiv Sena and Congress and NCP alliance came to power. Haryana, sorry, it was not Chhattisgarh.
No, so are you saying, no, because you see, is this about an individual called Fadnavis, or is Maharashtra becoming a Hindutva state? Is Maharashtra now a Hindutva state? There is Vikas, which in terms of infrastructure, but is the Hindutva politics now becoming more and more normalized in Maharashtra, which otherwise spoke about itself as in a way, a progressive Phule Shahu Ambedkar. From Phule Shahu Ambedkar, is it becoming more of a state of a Golwalkar, Savarkar kind of politics?
Well, what we can safely say is that Maharashtra is inching towards the cow belt. That safely we can say. The way BJP is handling its affairs in Maharashtra, there is a even in Mumbai election, you must have noted, there are a lot of Hindutva, the Muslims, and there might be Sydney happening at Girgaon Chowpatty, and those kind of fears were raised. So there is definitely an attempt, and now even within the BJP, I'm sure you also are aware, the competition among second rank leader is who is more Hindutvavadi. So now game of looking more saffron when you have Assam Chief Minister, when there are candidates like Yogi Adityanath. So BJP leadership, though Devendra is very much kind of a softer compared to those, but he also will play his cards. But fortunately for Devendra, if the race for the who after Narendra comes up, he has a very strong, very strong backing in the RSS. It was assembly election was basically RSS and Devendra Fadnavis. It was not RSS and the BJP. Similarly, this election it was entirely BJP. Though obviously it was successful.
Right,
The
but
BJP,
I want Sahil, can I just ask, if away from Fadnavis, Fadnavis big winner.
Yeah.
Big losers, according to Girish Kuber, were Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde. Some would say Raj Thackeray as well.
Yeah.
You know, because Raj Thackeray has just not been able to pull his weight. What about the Congress party? Do you see any revival at all when you try? Or is what has gone so badly wrong with the Congress in Maharashtra state, which they once dominated?
Well, the BJP has understood how to defeat Congress in Maharashtra. You know, they understood that the Congress is also kind of a conglomerate of big leaders across Maharashtra, and then there is one appointed chief minister from the center or the high command, who used to control the whole party at that time, and the party machinery was intact. So look at what BJP did after 2014. They attacked Congress at the places where their leaders were strong. They took Radhakrishna Vikhe Patil in Ahilyanagar, Ashok Chavan in Nanded, and wherever they have taken these big leaders from a particular district, the Congress has gotten over there. Narayan Rane, who actually came to Congress from Shiv Sena, they took Narayan Rane after 2014, and look what happened to Congress in Konkan. The Konkan Belt Congress is almost non-existent. In Mumbai, Milind Deora.
So Congress has played very short-term politics and has paid a price now for it.
Absolutely. But at the same time, now the Congress, look at the results. Even now, the municipal corporation, where the Congress has won, where they have the local satrap intact. In Latur, they have won. Amit Deshmukh is there.
That's
Vilas Rao Deshmukh's son. In Kolhapur, they have won, or they are the single largest party there, because Satej Patil, the local Congress leader, is still with the Congress party. Now just imagine if those two leaders are not with the Congress party. Where is the Congress plan for the next generation? So Uddhav Thackeray, after this election, will be taking the center stage of the opposition parties, and the Congress will have to accept it. If they like it or not, they will have to accept it.
Interesting. That's very interesting. That Uddhav Thackeray could become the magnet for the opposition. Where does that leave the Pawars? Very quickly, Yashwant Deshmukh, do you see the likes of the Pawars in terms of just the numbers that they got in this election? Do you see a revival at all? A quick answer.
Well, Rajdeep, the choice in Maharashtra is now between Saffron and Deep Saffron and you know, the people who are competing for these two tracks, you know. As Mr. Kuber rightly said, it is a state which arguably is no more between secular and the right wing kind of situation. It is a right wing and far right kind of situation. And look at the numbers which they have won. Which is the number one party, which is the number two party, which is the number three party. The top three parties in Maharashtra today are basically looking or competing for the Hindutva circle. And look at Congress, where exactly Congress is competing. That universe is being competed by Mr. Owaisi and Islam Party.
You know,
are you getting the drift?
That's very interesting, the way Maharashtra's politics has changed. Remember, Girish and I were in the 80s in Maharashtra. It was a very different Maharashtra politics. Then it was internal battles within the Congress, and Maharashtra now is almost being seen, as my guest suggests, competing between pale Hindutva and strong Hindutva. Sahil Joshi, Girish Kuber, Yashwant Deshmukh, great to have you. And just to reflect on that point, just to give you a sobering thought, Shrikant Pangadkar, accused in the murder case of journalist Gauri Lankesh.
He won from Jalna.
Has won from the Jalna Municipal Corporation. Let me repeat that. Shrikant Pangadkar, who is accused in the Gauri Lankesh case, contested the election as an independent. Before the assembly elections in November 2024, he had joined the Shinde Sena. Strong public backlash. Eknath Shinde was forced to remove him from the party. Karnataka High Court granted him bail in the Gauri Lankesh case in September 2024. Remember, Gauri Lankesh was shot dead outside her residence. And today, well, he's got justice, he says, from the court of the people. I just want to leave you with that as a sobering thought, to think of the kind of people sometimes who get elected. On that note, thank you to all my guests for joining me. And I want to leave you, if my producer has some time, with a song. On days like this, you look at the winners, and the winner undoubtedly is the BJP and Devendra Fadnavis. How they've done it, we leave it to you to decide. There's an element of Vikas, element of Hindutva, element of Samdam Dandabhed politics, element of a fragmented opposition, elements of institutional power. Either way, BJP is now party number 1 in Maharashtra. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. Jai Maharashtra, Jai Hind.
महाराष्ट्र का ये महाविजय महाराष्ट्र की जनता को और हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को हम समर्पित करते हैं।